The increasing decisions throughout the day accumulate in our minds without us even realizing it. From the moment you wake up until you go to sleep, you make countless decisions. What will you wear? Will you have coffee or tea? What will you have for dinner? Which news will you follow? So, how do all these decisions affect our minds? In fact, decision fatigue is a significant issue in our daily lives. But most of us don't even realizing it. It has an impact on our lives. Today we will dive into the deep of decision fatigue and explore why we tend to make more mistakes as the day goes on. Before we begin, I want to challenge you with a question. Is decision making just a process, or does our mind have to constantly deal with stress while making a choice? Maybe when you first think about the effects of decision fatigue, you will start noticing it has a deeper impact on your life. Philosophically speaking, being able to make a choice grants us both freedom and responsibility. However, this responsibility burdens us with every decision we make. According to Plato's philosophy, reason should you controls a people's instinct and desires. This idea constantly forces us to make decisions, but every choice strains our minds and tries us. Maintaining this control all the time becomes a mental burden. Philosophy reminds us, the more choices we make, the more our mental energy depletes. Psychology, on the other hand, suggests that decision fatigue stems from a limited capacity of our brains. Every decision increases the demand of energy, increases the energy demand on our brain. The small decisions we make throughout the day accumulate, draining the brain's capacity for decision making. In fact, by the time you drink your first coffee in the morning, the number of decisions you made already affects the bigger ones. And this is where our tendency to make more mistakes as the day progresses begin. Our minds get tired, our energies decrease, and the likelihood making mistakes increases, especially in the morning when our minds are fresh and our decision-making capacity is high. This capacity declines as the day goes on. Even if we don't realizing it, constantly making decisions drains our mental energy. So, why do we make better decisions in the morning and tend to make more mistakes later in the day? The answer lies in understanding how decision fatigue works. Decision fatigue is not just about personal choices. We are all forced to make a series of decisions from our environment and society. At work, which project should we tackle first? In our personal life, which relationship should we invest more time in? We can observe that decision fatigues not only increases our tendency to make mistakes, but also lead us to make more simpler and lazier choice. Our tired minds tend to opt for solutions that require less effort. For example, instead of healthy meal, we might go for fast food that's more easily accessible, or critical decision could be postponed, become more difficult with time. This happens when mental energy is depleted, making simpler, less demanding choice becomes applied. So, how can we protect ourselves from the effect of decision fatigue? From a philosophical perspective, freedom isn't about making a choice. Freedom is about providing the energy and focus required to make the right choices. Perhaps we can prevent this fatigue by making fewer but more meaningful decisions. Our choices in life and managing our decision-making process can actually help reduce the effects on decision fatigue. So to simplify, the key word is routine. Many successful people create routines to simplify their decisions. For example, old CEO of Apple, Steve Jobs, preferred wearing the same outfit every day, as this allowed him to save mental energy for more important decisions. Similarly, ex-United States President Barack Obama would only choose from 2 suits each day, because he knew that in order to minimize the decision fatigue effect, unnecessary choices had to be eliminated. In conclusion, decision fatigue shapes our lives. When we are mentally drained, we make more mistakes and simpler solutions. But perhaps the real question is, how can we overcome this fatigue by making our decisions more conscious? Maybe By limiting the number of decisions we make each day, we can make higher quality choices. Freedom truly comes from being able to make right decisions. To finish, I will leave you with a thought by Voltaire. The most important decisions you make is to be in a good mood.